I was in a training session this week, and it was talking about bias. And I was just like, oh, let me just go check it out. I kind of knew all the things we were talking about, but I was like, I can learn something. Let me learn. Let me see what I can learn. Excuse me. But in the conversations, when we were put into small groups, it was like this conditioning that, like one of the activities was that we saw visuals. And in looking at the visuals, it was going into bias, like what are your immediate thoughts? And I'm just at a point now where I don't let labels and the identities that everybody wants to have like define me. I'm looking for something for the core of myself. And so you got people upset about the Confederate flag, and you got people upset about this, and I'm just like, that does not bother me. And now I'm in Colorado, and these were fellow, what is it, Coloradians, Denverites. Okay, let me just say that, it's fellow Denverites, and never been to the South, never, from my impression, never met a Southerner to like immediately say like this is, all the things that the narrative. And it's like, as I'm going in each room, it's like, but what is your opinion about it?
Mm-hmm.
Because what is your specific opinion?
Mm-hmm.
I hear what you're saying. That's part one. Part two is, where did you critically think about this? And so because I was bringing in something different, not saying I agreed or disagreed, but I respect anybody's right to say what they need to say the way they need to say it. That's what this
Mm-hmm.
country is supposed to be about. One of the things this
Theory.
country is supposed to be about. So I'm saying something totally contrary, and I'm also getting this like, well, that's a very altruistic like idea. And I'm like, but it can happen. Like, you can think for yourself and take a step back in your circle with your circle of trust, and you can think differently. You don't have to be like, it was literally every conversation was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to hear? Okay, let me count on my hand. Okay, they said that, they said this, they said that. And I was in one session with a peer where they were concerned about some things from a historical standpoint within their culture and how that's their perspective, other people's perspective. And I said, I just don't care anymore. Those identities don't define me. Those labels don't define me. I define me. So I'm showing up as who I am and who I want to show up as. And they were like, again, that's very admirable. I'm like, but it can happen. You just have to make a choice and also understand that that's going against the conditioning that you have been conditioned to accept. I don't
But
understand. Like that.
but it's not even admirable. It's just what you want or what you think.
Yeah, it's who you are and the thought that comes with it.